Hey, welcome to another episode of Live, Think, Grow. My name is ReginaOSilva and I help female coaches and lightworkers become full-time and thriving using spiritually infused mindset, marketing, and sales strategy. Big hello and welcome from my eco village. I've snuck away from my home place as of right now in Costa Rica into the mountains. And I'm in this beautiful, beautiful architectural beauty, just soaking up the peace. I wish I could show you outside, but there's literally like just mountains and nothing else around. So I'm definitely enjoying this time. Well, that's what's happening in my personal life, but let's go ahead and cut to the chase because that's what you really came for. On today's episode, I'm gonna be going over 5 badass copywriting tips to help you nail your marketing copy. Now, if you are a coach, you know that copywriting is such an important part of this role and this job, right? You need to be able to show up with either mini blogs on Instagram, email marketing, etc., with badass copy that not only magnetizes your ideal dream client, but actually gets them to convert. So on today's episode, you are going to walk away with 5 tips that I personally use that will help you have a stronger copy. So whether it be on your Instagram, your sales page, your email marketing, you're going to walk away having these tools so that you can actually land those clients and make sure that they are funneling into your impactful coaching business. Now, before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe below, hit that little bell notification because every single Thursday I drop a free business coaching video just for you. This is literally straight inside what my clients get to receive. It's all juicy content that's going to help you become a full-time and thriving coach. Now that you've done that, let's go ahead and dive right in. Here are 5 badass copywriting tips to help you nail your marketing copy. Tip number 1, make sure to include an attention-grabbing title. So the title is the first thing that your audience sees. Now, if it's an email, it's your subject line, and on Instagram, it's that first line on there. TikTok, we don't have to worry too much about copy because it only allows you a short caption. So whenever you are thinking about posting something, the title is going to be the very first thing that grabs your potential dream client's attention. So you want to make sure that it grabs their attention, right? Pretty self-explanatory. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can do this. And what I like to tell my clients is you want to really get into almost the mind of like a tabloid author, okay? So get this. Do you remember when you were younger and you would be at the grocery store and you would just, be waiting in line and you would see like Us Weekly or CoverGirl and they would have these really bold titles on the front. Like, you won't believe what Justin Bieber did for this, or you won't believe Jennifer Lopez's 5 secrets to a sexy body. Now, what these magazine authors have essentially utilized is this first tip, but in like kind of a sleazy, yucky way. So we want to definitely avoid that, but they're on to something in that you can create what we call clickbait or tabloid style titles. And this is going to, right off the bat, get your ideal dream client to stop what they're doing and click and read more. So because this is the first thing that they see, if you have a title that doesn't really call in their attention, you're gonna be missing out on those eyeballs. So a couple of ways to do this is to create high emotion words in your titles. Also to have something that leads them in. One of the strategies that I really recommend to my clients is including some kind of a number as well. So, the 5 secrets to unstoppable self-care. That's an example because we are actually wired to want to read numbers. There's just something about numbers that as humans love it. So right off the bat, think of high emotional words, leading your ideal dream client to further click on. You can also consider using numbers. And I will definitely say that this is an art and a skill. With practice, it does get better, but really get into your ideal dream client's mind and think, what is gonna make them stop and be like, ooh, I want to know more? Tip number 2, speak directly to your potential dream client. Now, I see this a lot with the new coaches that I work with, but a lot of the times you wanna have a tendency to write we do this, we are this. we want this. But it is actually way more profound if you speak directly to your potential dream client using you. Now, this doesn't mean that you cannot refer to yourself, right? You want to add in your personal experience, but whenever you are referring to their desires, their challenges, really call them out personally by using you, speaking in the second person. What this is going to create is this point of connection to your potential dream client, and they're gonna feel like you're actually talking to them. When they feel like they are actually being spoken to, that is actually going to build your know, like, and trust factor as an authority online. So don't use we anymore, use you. Number 3, story tell. Now, the great thing about copy is that this is an opportunity for you to tell a story. And since the beginning of humankind, we have been wired to hear and love stories. So as best as possible, you want to weave in a story into your copy. People love it. They eat that shit up. Now, in order to really weave in a powerful story, you really want to think about it like a 5-paragraph essay. So having an intro, a body, and a conclusion, and something that adds some personality and zest to your writing. Now, a really easy way to implement this is asking yourself when you sit down to write, how can I weave in a story into the message that I'm trying to convey? Just by asking yourself that question, you're going to start getting that creativity juice flowing, and it's going to help you become a better storyteller. Which brings me to tip number 4, make your copy personal. Just like telling a story, people really want to know you. So as often as you can, really tie in your own personal experience to whatever you are calling out in your potential dream client's experience as well. So one easy way that I like to do this is, even if I'm giving tips like this, I do bring in examples of my own personal experience, just as an example here on YouTube. And when it comes to copy, I'll do the same thing. So say I'm talking about, not yet hitting that 6-figure mark as a coach in one of my copy, I will make sure to really sit with myself and say, how can I bring more of my personal experience to the knowledge that I'm bringing to my audience? And from there, that allows me to bring in that Regina touch, building that know, like, and trust as well with my audience. And number 5, the 5th badass copywriting tip is include a CTA, or also known as a call to action. I'm always harping on with my clients to include CTAs. Why? Because if you have a potential dream client who has made it through your entire copy and you don't include some kind of phrase that's prompting them to take action, you are missing out on an opportunity. Because if someone has made it the whole way through, that means they're interested, and you want to use it as a chance to get them one step closer into your sales funnel. Now, I do have other videos where I've talked about CTAs, so if you haven't yet checked out other videos of mine, go check them out. There's so much knowledge in here, free knowledge for you. But back to CTAs, whatever you're posting, whether it's an engagement CTA like comment below, or something that's a little bit more hot like join your wait list, make sure you include a CTA in almost every single post. So that's it. There you have it. 5 badass copywriting tips to help you nail your marketing copy. I hope that you're walking away with this episode with this juicy intel so that you can continue to show up and magnetize your dream clients and create true impact as a soul-aligned coach. Now, I cannot wait until next week, where we'll be diving into more coaching business goodness. But until then, happy living.